here in Amsterdam, allow me to introduce you to our host for Regens Unite Amsterdam, the Searing. The Searing is a delightful community kitchen organized by these gentlemen you can see hanging out right here. Their goal is to feed people because it's not that complicated. They think that feeding people is one of the most effective ways to enable participation in community and politics and all that good stuff. So they have been so gracious as to allow us to come make use of their space and offer our time and energy to help them get this up and coming community center a little bit more beautified. As you can see, they're doing a delightful thing here, expressing care for the environment and, like I said, feeding people. And our opportunity is to come express care for this place with them and on their behalf in order to enable the participation of more people in a more beautiful environment and to regenerate the world and human spirit accordingly. So come, hang out with us at the Searing in Amsterdam for Regens Unite Amsterdam and make the world a better place. What's your name, sir?
Tycho.
Tycho. What are we doing?
We're gonna build a huge garden.
A huge garden?
Well, how do you say in English? A geveltuin in Netherlands.
A geveltuin.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a small garden along the wall.
Oh yeah.
Where you see all the weeds now.
I
and here as
do
well.
see lots of weeds here along the walls. Now that you mention it.
And also on the street side, if you want to put some.
Ah, okay. So we have some access to earth.
I have 4 cubic meters of earth coming in.
What?
Yeah. So it's 2 really big bags.
Yeah, yeah.
We have a container there for all the sand that's left over.
Okay.
I got 200 plants coming in, but I'm not sure if they will all be there Friday, but then they will come later.
Word.
So part of it will come Friday, part later. We want to put up climbers using steel cord.
Yeah.
So we attach it to the wall. So
Some beautiful vines. Yeah.
Exactly.
This place will go fully solar punk inside of a year or two, for
Exactly.
sure. Outstanding.
So that's it.
Beautiful. High five. Bang. Welcome to the Searing, ladies and gentlemen. The spot of Regens Unite Amsterdam. This is going to be where it's going to go down. As you can see, it has a beautiful what's the word for that stuff that happens for time, and there's a real super technical word for it. It's a beautiful space. It's a community kitchen here in Amsterdam that is just up and coming. They're just booting up. Those guys that were actually sitting up there, Don and his nerds, they run the space, and their goal is to feed people. Say hi, guys. Hi. So that those people can participate in community, politics, stuff like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to come express some care for this place and these people and help add to the environment and regenerate this community that I just so happen to live in. And for that, for your assistance, I am terrifically grateful. And the Searing sits adjacent to another beautiful community space called the Sloot. There is all types of good practice spaces and community theater action happening in the Sloot. And let me also show you perhaps what has also got my attention for the most interesting opportunity in the space for perhaps a baby amount of guerrilla urbanism. And immediately across the street, as you can see that I continue walking towards, is this park. This, according to the register of the municipality, is just a community park. Let's see if I can not get hit. Just like I tell the kids, look left, look right, and look left again. Okay, well, looks like we're good. This wonderful park is exactly just this, a community park that, it's basically just sort of dead space right now, which for sure, that might be the move. This might be the best possible use of this space, but I also wonder what type of regeneration this space might be primed to. What can we do to make this space more verdant, more lifelike, more green, more biodiversity, more utility, more functionality? So, but don't let me pollute your brain too much. I don't know exactly what we're going to do. That's up for us to decide together. My point is that our host, the Searing and the Sloat, this wonderful community space, is going to be where the action's happening for Regens Unite. I look forward to your support, and thank God for your assistance in helping make this place a little bit more beautiful, because it's mine. It's a weird object as well behind you. I like it. What is this thing, man?
Okay, otherwise we do it in front of the banner. It's art.
Well, it's art. Ah, well, of course, that explains everything. Clearly why I don't understand it. All right, David, talk to me, man. Who are you? What is this place?
Okay, so I'm David. I am 25 years old, and I think a bit less than 5 months ago we opened the sitting here in Amsterdam.
Word, the lilac.
Yeah, or the lilac, exactly. And our plan with the lilac or the sitting is that we want to create a space where people can come, have dinner for a very little money. So we serve soup and a main course for $2.50 on Tuesdays.
Word.
And we want to offer the space to people who have initiatives, who have ideas, plans, don't have the money to rent a big space because it's really expensive here in Amsterdam.
No doubt.
And then we can offer them the space, and we create with that a community of like-minded people.
Word.
And aside from that, to keep everything financially afloat, we also serve a 7-course meal, fully vegan, for 25 euros on Friday and on Saturday. And that's sort of, with that we earn the money, and then we can offer space for free, serve very cheap food, and hopefully create a community within Amsterdam.
Amen. It looks like you're doing it, man. There's a big ass birthday party happening today. 5 people, these young ass kids, are having their birthday here, and it warms the heart, right?
Exactly. I need to run the bar at the moment.
All right, go get it.
Thank you so much.
Hey, thank you, man. So that's what's happening here at the Sering. They offered to host us here for Regens Unite Amsterdam so that we could come express some care and attention and regeneration in this space. I mean, as you know, we got 3 facets. Individuals, the regeneration of the human spirit, up for grabs. What else? The community. You heard him here. You heard him, ladies and gentlemen. Building a space for us to be together. And of course, the planet, the actual biosphere. That's why we're going to do this, plant a goddamn garden tomorrow, help these guys out, make this place legible, and help people understand how they can come and be a part of it. My name is Jeremy. Regens Unite. It is positively unbelievable, right, that we're sitting here in this beautiful setting, right? What's your name, my friend?
My name is Javier.
Javier.
Yeah.
Javier, where are we at?
Currently, we are at the city. It's a community center we are building at the west of Amsterdam, New West.
What are you doing here?
So basically, it's a project that started 3 years ago in a different location, and the whole idea was to provide meals for $2.50 so that people can get together, build a community around warm soup and nutritious
exactly.
nutritious stuff.
Feeding people. I like to call it the full bellies around a campfire sensation, right?
It's a beautiful sensation.
It's a good vibe, for real.
Exactly. So thankfully in the last 6 months we've lots of people have trusted in us, and they've loaned us a larger amount of money so that we can do this in an actual community center. So if you want, you can show it around.
Boom! This is the spot. This is where we be doing shit.
This used to be just a warehouse full of crap, you know. and now it's an actual restaurant, an actual community center. We organize parties for people, workshops, circles come here to do their stuff.
Regens Unite is here to make a garden of your courtyard with you tomorrow.
Exactly, and it keeps getting better. Money takes us a very long way. We want to scale, we want to do this in more places.
We want to do it here extraordinarily well and create an example that shines out to other people and says, fucking hang out.
Exactly. So, but at the same time, we also want it to be fun. So that's why we have so many people involved, so many things. The core is serving those meals, but the more people get involved, the more money we have, the more we can do it, and therefore the more chances for beautiful things to emerge.
Yep, and so we've been hanging out with here the whole day. We've done a sort of assessment of what we see could use care, that could use attention, that could use regeneration in the space. You know, the laundry list of shit is not there's a lot of care that could be used. There's an infinite amount of care that could be used. But the big things that we think that we can accomplish tomorrow is a very unaccomplishable list that would have an incredible outsized impact for this space. That doesn't need to cost a whole lot of money resources, but money resources would certainly grease the wheels and help us get more done.
Exactly. And adding to that, that's also one of the core ideas, especially something that's evolved into. So we want this place for people to feel healthy, growing, and as you said, working with others, learning from others.
Exactly.
So we want that to emerge.
Hallelujah. More learning from others.
Exactly,
This is my man Javier. My name's Jeremy.
Thanks a lot,
Regens
Jeremy.
Unite. Boom. Ooh, that was crispy, motherfucker. Did you hear that, people? Regens Unite. Hello, my name is Jeremy Akers, Jeremy Nathaniel Akers of One Said Regens Unite. We're throwing up a gig here in Amsterdam, hanging out and doing some actual acts of regeneration. We find ourselves in the delightful and up-and-coming community kitchen that is De Soing in Sloterdijk in Amsterdam, which happens to be right around the corner from my house. So yeah, trying to do that thing. What is it? Rooted locally, connected globally. Anyway, we've been hanging on the space. We did a bit of a situal assessment, or a seek, in order to find opportunities for care, attention, and regeneration. This is what we've sort of found out. We found out that there's obviously another space for an additional poster up there. Communication turns out to be extremely important for so many of the opportunities we see here. We've got some beautiful graffiti that says "Iedereen is onzeker," that translates to "everyone is uncertain or unsure of themselves or insecure." We want to put a frame around that. We got this thing here. We have obvious win and space for gnomes. They are an industrial folk and just the right amount of lazy as well. We obviously got some trash needs cleaned up, an infinite amount of trash and sweeping and all that shit. We've got walls that are opportunities. What picked up? So we asked ourselves the question, imagine we had unlimited resources. What needs care, attention, and regeneration? Where do you see opportunities for beautification? And then we paired up and made friends with the locals. We documented what we came across in this weave that you're now seeing. We noticed that the lights are not particularly nice in the bathroom. I mean, they're certainly adequate and functional. But maybe some of that tissue paper mache, I don't know, something that's not going to catch on fire, and just make it a little softer in there. I mean, it could be nicer. I mean, we got Bruno likes plants. That's all there is said. This is Bruno's Brained Up. It's really brilliant. Go listen to it. This is on Wiko, by the way. I mean, you can see the damn link. There's an infinite amount of cleaning and polishing glasses, dishes, sweeping the terrain, deep cleaning on the floors that we can do in order to alleviate the time for people that can be doing sort of more skilled administrative work. There are these raised planting beds that, are there, but lying fallow. There's lots of space to be cleaned out, organized, and making more accessible. There's lots of piles of bricks, dumpsters. There's bike racks. There's a basement that's opportunity space. Important message, space for signage and communication. One of the things that we noticed is that it's not particularly legible what we can see from the space, from the street. If you stand and walk by on the street, it's hard to understand what the swing means and how you should interact in the space. So some form of banner or street signage to let people know. Fire is, of course, great. A permanent gratitude wall, because that's just fun. Anyway, lots of interesting ideas came up. We did some sense making on those additional ideas, and then we landed on a sort of short list of the stuff that we actually think, more trash to be moved and place for plants and things that need to be cleaned up. We used the eco-cycle and we came up with a laundry list of stuff. You can actually go to Wico and vote on this stuff. That would be fucking sick, actually. Go to Wico and the Regens Unite Amsterdam space and let us know what you think. Everybody gets 100 points. You sort of allocate them towards the things that you think are most important. Planting, repairing the paint, raised garden beds for spices, a gratitude wall, frame around the graffiti, scanning the marketplace for free stuff to make the place more cozy and gnomish and generally comfortable. And we want to make some marquees, those portable marquees you see at fucking the movie theaters, and just ways that this place can communicate with the street front and invite people to come engage. How dope would it be if this big ass wall right next to the door had large letters where they could spell out what the menu of the day is, what people could come expect and come to eat, or whatever communication they want. Engage the meme this place into existence, communicate and offer energy to the environment. Who only knows? This is a community theater. Tell people about the productions that are happening in this space. Don't make them go to the goddamn website. We can they're walking by. Let's let them know. So these are the things that we thought those are worthy of doing. And of course, there's lots of planting is a given. It's guaranteed to happen. We've got like fucking 4 cubic meter of dirt here, organic compost and whatnot. And spaces to clear out and make accessible to the ground. Nothing that we'd want to eat. There might be some ground nastiness in this space, but hey, those raised garden beds, that's the idea. So at any rate, we're doing this. This is what we've got planned on the agenda and the docket for tomorrow. We used the eco-cycle planning, one of my favorite liberating structures, to help organize the materials and resources and stuff that we think we'll need to get this stuff done. We have thought about the series of steps that it's going to take to go from the birth of this idea, once we've collected these materials, into the maturity and delivering value. And we also have done some thinking about, hey, what does the aftercare or end of life look like for the things that we're going to put here? This place is a temporary community sort of breeding ground, an incubator of sorts. And so sort of artist collective, I guess, is the most true translation to English. But it is not permanent, so we will be leaving this place. And even if they're going to be tearing everything down, turn it into goddamn, higher, more surface area through construction, so be it. We can think about the end of life and those things. So, again, Regens Unite Amsterdam. This is the place that we think that has invited us to actually extend care to it. These are the things that we think are worthy of doing, and you are the people offering us the opportunity to perhaps resource these beautiful people. And create a better place. My crew is calling. We're gonna go fucking hang out. Thanks for your time, attention, and energy. Kisses.